What's up, everybody? How's it going? Good? You doing good? You doing good? Hey, how you doing? Hey, let's get a little bit frisky. Alright, so I know my last video, I don't know how many of you watched it. I was thinking about deleting it, but that I mentioned I want to do some more gaming videos. What a better time to do it than with E3 starting yesterday with Bethesda. But for this video, I kind of want to focus on the one press conference that just happened. The big one that everybody cares about, which is the Microsoft press conference. And what a press conference it was. Well, media briefing, as they like to call it. The big thing from them, I'll kind of go over a couple things. I know a lot of you have probably already watched it. So this is going to be just a, kind of refresher course. Sorry, I'm pulling up a quick list I made. I actually made notes for this one. Something I never do for my videos. So, if you watched it... Did I just hit mute? No, I didn't. If you watched it, awesome. Then let me just share my opinions on it. It was a great conference, ran about an hour and a half. They really can't go over because of the Spike TV broadcast. So they kind of have to stick within the TV guidelines for that. Which also means pretty much no racy content because they didn't have Call of Duty or Battlefield or any of that stuff this year. Or anything that they dropped a ton of F-bombs. So they started off with Halo, which, if you know Microsoft, that was kind of to be expected today, because that's going to be their big title throughout the year. And definitely, it looked good. I've heard a lot of people say that it didn't really look that great and didn't look fun, but there was a lot of stuff going on screen. You had stuff being thrown at you from one way to the other. You had an entire environment just breaking apart and coming down on you. 4-player co-op in that mission. And just looked like everything melded together pretty nicely. And that was just a small snippet of what we're going to see. And not to mention the 24-person Warzone, I hope I got that name right, environment that we're going to see in multiplayer, which is going to take this game to another level. I'm excited for it, and the only thing I hope does not happen is frame rate drops. You're running along in a game, doing good, pew, 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 and all of a sudden the frame rate drops from 30, 60 frames per second down to 5 to 10. I hope that doesn't happen, because that can ruin the experience pretty quickly if it's a constant thing. The next kind of big bomb that they dropped was backwards compatibility. I didn't expect this to... Don Matrick was always big about saying, this will never come, this will never happen. If you want to play old games, go buy old systems. If you don't want to connect to the internet, buy an Xbox 360, I'm glad it did. Right now, it's going to be kind of limited because there's only, I think, 19 titles that are allowed for it in the preview build, but supposedly it's pretty easy for them to add more titles. So we'll see how that works. So, seems like all you have to do is pop in a disc or download the title, and it'll download a digital version for you. So it's pretty nice feature to have. I probably won't use it too much because I don't like playing old games that often. I want to play new stuff. I want to be entertained. I want to play stuff that really gets me in there, and that came out recently. I'm not a big older game fan. Just me. Next one is... So they announced early access, which a lot of PC gamers... I hear Boogie2988 talking a lot about how he's sorry that Steam announced PC early access. I have the Ubisoft conference going on in the background. I just hear a lot of stuff going on. But with early access, pretty much what it is, any developers can put their game up early, and you pay for it, and then you play it early. I mean, that's simple. The way I see it, it allows smaller companies to have their own quality assurance team. That is the gamer, except the gamer is not being paid for it. They're paying to do the quality assurance for you. It's a shady practice, in my opinion, but, if you're going to spend $25, $40 to play a game early, then go be it. I mean, Ark right now is early access, and I want to play the hell out of that game. It looks awesome. I've seen Boogie, I've seen a lot of other streamers playing it. It looks awesome. I mean, I can't deny that, But buy wisely. I think they mentioned some type of return feature too for that, so choose wisely. Watch streamers and everything before you buy a game like that. See if it is worth getting. The Elite controller. I wish I could show a picture of this, but I really can't. It looks sick. And I want it. There's no other denying it. It looks like a pro controller. It looks like a controller that you can just sink your teeth into and just go om nom nom. But it's $150. If you're gonna drop $150 for a controller, I don't know, man. It's I want to kind of go keep PG in this one, but it's better do a lot more than just allow you to play a game. That's all I gotta say. Moving on from that one, that before I get into trouble, I'm trying to go more PG here, but it looks good. But next thing up, HoloLens. I wish they would not have put that in the conference because, yeah, you're going to show Minecraft, but, I mean, it's in a controlled environment. You had the second cameraman doing all the recording. We don't know if that was actually, what was going on in the first guy's lens, The first guy could have been looking at nothing for all we know, and that could have been controlled by a CGI computer in the background. So we don't know if HoloLens is really as it is. Do I think you're going to be able to move, stuff with your hands? We saw how Kinect was. First time I used Kinect, it didn't even recognize me as a freaking person, So I'm skeptical. Same thing with VR. I had the opportunity to try Oculus Rift last year at E3, and it was fun, but it requires a lot of delicate tuning to be able to see like the 3D and everything. There's a nozzle right here that you had to adjust, and I just couldn't get it working right for me. So I also don't know if you can play a long-term game on it, because think about it, with virtual reality, what's going on? You have a headset. You have a headset right here, and this is your field of vision, but none of it's reality. So 45 minutes, 2-hour gaming session, if you take that off, what's your brain going to think then? So it's just food for thought. I'm going to try it, it's cool. Maybe watching movies on it and other movies on it would be okay. So, last up is gaming. Games! Please, 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 for the love of God, start actually showing gameplay at these conferences. I'm spending an hour, 2 hours, sometimes more than that if you're Sony, watching your conference. I want to see people actually playing the game. Picking up a controller. Woohoo! It seemed like with Microsoft we got a lot of trailers. They might have had gameplay in it, but it wasn't actually someone on stage playing it. Give me 3 to 5 minutes. That's all I ask for. I want to see your game in action. I want to see you actually, with the controller in your hand, controlling it as you're talking about it or as someone else is playing it. I don't want to see a pre-rendered trailer that shows, to me, it shows nothing. I don't know if that's how your game is going to look. I don't know if that's how it's going to play. It could be complete dog crap for all I know, but just show more gameplay. Is that really too much to ask for? Last thing for me that I'm going to mention was Gears of War. Yes. We have the Ultimate Edition coming out this year, which is Gears of War 1 remastered in the campaign. And then you have, assuming it's going to be Gears of War 1 with the maps from 1 and PC, and maybe a couple other maps from 2 and 3 thrown in. Multiplayer is going to have elements from 3 in it, so it's going to be an awesome experience. Throw in dedicated servers and 60 frames per second. Yeah, it's going to be cool. That's pretty much all I've got, I pretty much covered. There was Tomb Raider. They didn't really show a whole lot on it. I mean, if you played the recent Tomb Raider, then you know what to expect. Yeah, nothing really too much else. I might do one of these videos for the Sony press conference. It just depends how it is. It goes on pretty late. 8 o'clock for me, and I know that's not late. What am I talking about? I might do one. Depends how the experience is with this. The last thing I was trying to show you something, and I don't know, it's just kind of a cool moment for me. I didn't show this at all before. Sorry, I'm having to resize on the spot. But one of the best moments of my life was going to E3, man. And I had a badge to go this year. I just couldn't afford it. I just couldn't afford the hotel and everything. So I wish I could have gone. Obviously, things don't always work out, and that's life. So, yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying everything. Hope you guys are living a good life. And just do you. Just be you. You can do you too. I mean, so, with that, I'm going to leave you guys here. Hope everything turns out right. Hope my voice actually comes through properly. I know I've had issues with that. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, throw them in the garbage. No, I'm just kidding. Leave a comment below. Just don't make it nasty. That's all I ask for. Add me on Facebook, facebook.com/BigMastadon. Email me, bigmastadon@gmail.com. And Twitter @BigMastadon. I don't use Twitter too much, but I'm always, keeping up to date with stuff. All right? Have a good life. Love you guys. Thanks for being who you are. Peace.